attention, go. Crews are off. Quick start in this headwind. Got a lot cleaner start in both crews the second time around. Say Brown maybe by a seat or two in the first 10 strokes. And they seem to be pushing it out to 3 or 4 seats as we come through 100 meters. Getting pretty choppy for some of these 3B rowers. As both crews settle into their base cadences, I've got Brown by about 3 seats. Princeton trying to edge back in as we get to 250 into the race. Brown really in control in the early goings of this race. In the first 500 through the 250 mark, Brown is pushing away again, taking another 2 seats. They're at about a half of a boat length. Princeton settling down, taking cadence down a little bit, struggling to get the blades down to the water in this headwind. Still at about a 10 mile per hour direct headwind. Brown seems to be dealing with that headwind a lot better. Those windy days up in Providence are paying off right now. Brown has extended their lead. They've got Coxon on the bow ball, Coxon on the Princeton bow ball, looking long and comfortable, getting those blades in very cleanly. Coming up on the first 500, Brown still on the Princeton bow ball, very much in control of the race at this juncture. Through the first 500, Brown at 146, Princeton 1 length back. Both crews have settled down to about a 32 on the cadence. Brown extending their lead, taking a press here, taking seats at will, seemingly, pressing to open water. 1 seat open, seat and a half, 2 seats open. Both crews taking a press at the 500, but Brown very much able to capitalize on their position ahead of Princeton. All 8 rowers in Brown are taking peeks at the backs of the Princeton rowers, keeping them at bay. Through the 750 mark, Brown's taking another press, pushing open to a half length open, pressing away from Princeton. Princeton calling for a response. Still, Brown is in control of this race. Coming off the move, Brown has moved to a 2 length lead, 1 boat length of open water. We're at about 800 meters into this race. The course is starting to open up. The shoreline pulls away, so we're going to get a lot choppier water in this second half of the race, but Brown is still dealing with that very well. Right now, Brown approaching the 1,000, getting caught in the wind a little bit, dipping down to their starboard side. Then overcompensating, hitting the port side. As we come through the 1,000, it is Brown by 2 lengths, going through the 1,000 at 3:38. Still in control of this race. See if Princeton can put on a press here and handle these conditions to get back into this race. Both crews seem to be coming down a little bit in speed in this third 500, but Brown is still pressing away, pushing away from Princeton. They have about 2.5 lengths. Very difficult conditions in this third 500. We've got choppy water. We've got a headwind coming straight up the course. See on video, some of these rowers are having trouble getting those blades down to the water. If you see them flying up to the sky, that is not what we want to see. We want to see blades go right down and in as they get to the front of their stroke. Brown at 7:50 to go, at 4:42 into this race, are slowly extending their lead to maybe 2 lengths, 2.5 lengths of open water. They're at 600 to go, pressing away from Princeton. Both crews around a 32. Brown taking a small push as they come to the final 500. 1,500 meters into the race, it is Brown at 5:40 through the 1,500. 500 to go. It is Brown by 4 lengths, well in control of this first race of the day, the women's third varsity 8 race, excuse me. We're gonna break off from here and head back up to the start. Again, Brown, 4 lengths with 400 to go. Over to the finish line.